Couldn't tell you what day of it was. I don't even think I could tell you what year it was. I know it was the late 90s. But I can tell you, I remember I was sitting in the back of this big waiting room. A bunch of other fathers in there. It was crowded. It was hot. And about 5 minutes before we had to step in front of the judge, my attorney walked up, handed me a piece of paper, a group of papers, and said, "Check this out, we're going in a few minutes." Okay, you should know that you're probably going to lose the case, and it's going to be about $30,000. As he turned and walked away, I remember thinking to myself, how can I owe $30,000? If I had never paid child support, from the time my son was born until the time he died, for the amount that I was supposed to be paying that I had already paid, I would only owe $19,000. So not only do I owe the $19,000, but I owe $10,000 on the big side. How did that happen? Next thing I know, we're in court. Before I can say anything, the gavel's down. I owe $30,000. Hey, I don't like the decision. I can try for an appeal, which will also cost me another $5,000 in an attorney fee. At least, that's the retainer. And I gotta keep paying child support for a child that at that time had lived with me full time. Like I said, I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. It was at that point I knew I was totally fucked for the rest of my life. One way or another, I would be paying this money because there was no way I could be able to pay that off, because it got worse. A few months later, little did I know, my driver's license was suspended, which really helped out a lot because at the time I lived in Los Angeles, and at the time I was a tour guide. I drove tour buses. So how am I supposed to pay child support if I can't drive, which I do for a living, to get the money to pay them? And might I mind you, pay them money for the child that is living with me. Yes, the child was living with me at this time. It's unbelievable. But unable to afford an attorney for an appeal, I had to bend over and take it, in which I did. Except then it got all screwed up.